Now, I've been a fan of the brand Fragrance de Bois for so many years now, and now, of course, with the summer right around the corner, it was just a matter of time before I dropped my review on Solstice. I know this has been out for some time now. It's not their most recent release, but I'm so excited to talk to you about this fragrance and tell you why I love this one so much. So make sure to stay tuned. Now, before I begin today's episode and I give you my thoughts on Solstice by Fragrance de Bois, this is a gorgeous scent with apple, vanilla, cardamom, neroli, a little bit of bergamot, mandarin orange, pink pepper, nutmeg, so on and so forth. So it's a little bit on the spicy side, but also very fresh, very clean. I want to start the video off first by saying that if you're a fan of fragrance related content and if you love smelling your best, hit subscribe, hit the bell, and also give this video a thumbs up. So here we have a fragrance that is ideal for the summertime. And of course, Solstice, I am reminded of the summer solstice. Of course, you have the sun graphic here on the front. And of course, I think right around June 21st, 22nd, and right around that time, it's quite warm outside and the sun is out and you can enjoy the outdoors, especially if you live in a region of the world where you get to experience all four seasons. And when it's cold, and when it's hot. And that's kind of what it feels like here on the East Coast of the US. But nevertheless, I'm so excited to have this fragrance in my collection, but also to have the opportunity to talk to you about it. But let's go ahead and start things off with a quick look at the presentation first. So right in the opening of this fragrance, you are going to get this burst of freshness. Boy, I love how fresh this fragrance is. This is so bright, so cheerful, so uplifting. And of course, the neroli has a lot to do with that. The bergamot, the orange, the combination of citrus fruits in this fragrance has a lot to do with that. Certainly contributes to that bright, sort of vivacious feel that you're going to get in the opening. But of course, I love that spicy touch. And this is what separates it from other citrus dominant fragrances. You have the pink pepper, you have the black pepper, you have the nutmeg, you have the cardamom. This is not afraid to be spicy. However, it doesn't smell like a spice kitchen. So I love that it kind of strikes that balance of being spicy, but not overly so. The citrus still have their chance to shine, and this opens up in such a luminous way, and it's so bright. You have this ray of sunshine, and of course, pun certainly intended with the aesthetic and the marketing behind the fragrance and everything. This is a very bright, jubilant type of a fragrance, and I personally love it for that reason. The vetiver and the dry down clean. It's not rooty or earthy. It doesn't smell like soil. It's a very clean vetiver. And of course, even that tiny hint of vanilla, it's not that noticeable. Unless you're actually looking for it, you're digging your nose into your skin, you're not really going to be able to pick up on it. This is such a beautiful, uplifting fragrance for the summertime. And I would throw it along some of my other favorite summer fragrances. And yeah, I know I'm guilty of having a lot of favorite summer fragrances, and I love my citrus and mint fragrances. I love such a plethora of different genres that are kind of on the brighter side, whether we're talking about ozonic, aquatic, floral even. I love iris this time of the year. I can do with a bit of rose as well. But the one thing that I really love about this fragrance is that I can kind of categorize it or classify it with some of my other favorites, like Meteor by Louis Vuitton or Mephisto Gentiluomo by Casa Moratti. Whenever I think about my favorite summer scent, Solstice comes to mind. You have to try this one if you haven't tried it. Let's go ahead and finish things off with my overall assessment. So first up, in terms of the uniqueness and the overall smell, again, if it relied solely on the citrus, it wouldn't have been that unique, but that spicy tinge to it makes all the difference, and I love it for that reason. Unique, very mass appealing, and yes, it is the type of DNA that I could see somebody getting a lot of compliments with. Longevity on this one is a solid 8 hours on skin. I've sampled this one profusely. Projection on this one, fantastic. For the first hour and a half of application, it does radiate beyond an arm's length. It became an elbow's length scent right around hour 6 and a skin scent right around hour 8. In terms of the versatility, perfectly unisex. You can dress it up or dress it down. Great great in a suit and tie, but also great in a casual scenario as well. Ideal for the summertime, and I say that just because there are so many fantastic Fragrance de Bois fragrances that I would wear in the colder weather. PM or Producer Michael being one of the best cold weather fragrances, but this one fantastic for the hot weather. And anybody of any age would really appreciate this one. And as far as the presentation is concerned, one of the most beautiful presentations, and not just the crystals on the cap here, the luxuriousness, it looks very opulent. My final verdict on this fragrance is it's one of my favorite summer scents of all time. I mean, I smell it emanating from this test strip, and I'm very upset that this isn't my scent of the day today. And for the sake of what I'm actually wearing, I'm not going to tell you what my scent of the day is, but nevertheless, thank you so much for watching Solstice by Fragrance de Bois. What has your experience been with this particular fragrance or this brand in general? Drop your comment down below. And also, if you took anything of value from today's episode, please be sure to support the channel by hitting subscribe, hit the bell, and give this video a thumbs up as well. Thank you again so much for watching. I love you all, and we'll see you tomorrow with a new episode. Bye.